Hi, I'm Dr. David Hale from Forever Healthy. Let me ask you something. Have you noticed your arms shaking when carrying grocery bags that once felt light? Or do you need to push off with your hands to get up from your favorite chair? Most people think that's just part of aging, but they don't tell you that after 60, you can lose up to 8% of your muscle each year. Much of that loss isn't inevitable. It is an everyday habit because we don't even realize they hurt us. In today's video, we're uncovering 7 silent mistakes that could be speeding up your muscle loss and how to fix each one. Whether in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, it's never too late to rebuild your strength and stay independent. Why muscle loss happens. You've probably heard this in our earlier videos, but here's a quick reminder. After 60, muscle loss speeds up fast. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it's more common than most people think. Your body naturally loses 1 to 2% of muscle per year after age 60. If you're inactive or undernourished, it can rise to 8%. It's not just about feeling weak. It affects balance, walking, and even your ability to recover from illness. But here's the good news. Research shows much of this muscle loss can be slowed or even reversed by fixing 7 daily habits. Let's walk through them one by one. Mistake number 1. The protein spacing trap. Meet Margaret, a 67-year-old retired teacher. She was doing everything right, or so she thought. She ate a small breakfast and a light lunch, then loaded up on protein at dinner with a large chicken breast. The problem is that your body can't store protein like carbs or fat. Research from the University of Texas Medical Branch shows that muscle protein synthesis, your body's building and repairing muscle, peaks when you consume 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein. But here's the catch. Eating 60 grams at dinner doesn't make up for skipping protein earlier in the day. Dr. Doug Padden-Jones, a leading protein researcher, explains that muscle protein synthesis shuts down about 3 hours after eating protein, regardless of how much you consume. This means Margaret's strategy left her muscles in a breakdown state for most of the day. What to do instead? Aim for 25 to 30 grams of protein at each meal. That's about the size of your palm. Your muscles are constantly repairing themselves, and they need a steady supply of building blocks throughout the day, not just one big delivery at night. Mistake numero 2. The cardio-only misconception. Robert spent 45 minutes on the treadmill every morning for 3 years. He felt proud of his cardiovascular health, but couldn't understand why he was getting weaker. His doctor had told him to stay active, and walking seemed the safest choice. The issue isn't that cardio is bad. It's terrific for your heart and overall health. The problem is that steady-state cardio alone doesn't provide the signal your muscles need to maintain their mass and strength. A European Journal of Applied Physiology study found that while endurance exercise improves cardiovascular health, it doesn't prevent the muscle loss associated with aging. Here's what's happening. Your body is incredibly efficient. If you only do cardio, it adapts by keeping just enough muscle to perform that activity and lets the rest waste away. It's like your body says, why maintain all this expensive muscle tissue if we're only going to walk? The solution involves resistance. Whether lifting weights, using resistance bands, or doing body weight exercises, your muscles must work against force to maintain their size and strength. The American College of Sports Medicine recommends resistance training at least twice weekly for older adults, targeting all major muscle groups. Mistake number 3. The inflammation accelerator. This one surprised me when I first learned about it. Linda, A 72-year-old grandmother was doing strength training and eating well, but still losing muscle faster than expected. The culprit? Chronic inflammation, often called inflammaging. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that chronic, low-grade inflammation significantly accelerates muscle breakdown in older adults. This isn't the healthy inflammation that comes from exercise. That's beneficial. This is persistent, low-level inflammation from poor sleep, chronic stress, processed foods, and sedentary behavior. Here's the science. Inflammatory cytokines directly interfere with your body's ability to build new muscle protein. A study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors with higher levels of inflammatory markers lost muscle mass 40% faster than those with lower inflammation. The antidote comes from an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. Prioritize 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep, as poor sleep dramatically increases inflammatory markers. Include omega-3 rich foods like salmon or walnuts twice per week. And here's something simple. Add more colorful vegetables to your meals. The antioxidants act like firefighters, putting out inflammatory fires before they can damage your muscle tissue. Mistake number 4. The dehydration blind spot. Here's something most people never connect to muscle loss. Chronic, mild dehydration. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less reliable, and many seniors unknowingly live in a state of mild dehydration. Dr. Stavros Kavouris from the University of Arkansas found that even mild dehydration, just 2% below optimal hydration, reduces muscle protein synthesis by up to 20%. Your muscles are about 75% water and need proper hydration to function effectively. But there's more to this story. Dehydration makes exercise feel much harder than it should, causing many seniors to reduce their activity levels without realizing hydration is the issue. It's a downward spiral: less water, decreased exercise tolerance, less movement, more muscle loss. The fix is simpler than you think. Start your day with a large glass of water before your coffee or tea. Keep a water bottle visible throughout the day as a reminder. Here's a quick hydration check. Your urine should be pale yellow. If it's dark, you likely need more fluids. If it's clear, you might be overdoing it. Mistake number 5. The medication muscle thief. This one often flies under the radar. But certain common medications can significantly accelerate muscle loss. Statins, which millions of seniors take for cholesterol, can cause muscle pain and weakness in some people. Proton pump inhibitors for acid reflux can interfere with protein absorption. Even some blood pressure medications can affect muscle function. A comprehensive review in the Journal of Clinical Medicine identified over 30 commonly prescribed medications that can contribute to muscle loss or weakness in older adults. The researchers weren't suggesting people stop their medications. Many are life-saving. However, they emphasize the importance of awareness and proactive muscle preservation strategy. What's crucial is honestly conversing with your doctor about all your medications. Ask specifically about muscle-related side effects and whether there are alternatives if you're experiencing weakness. Sometimes, a simple dosage adjustment or switching to a different medication in the same class can make a significant difference. Additionally, suppose you're on medications that affect muscle health. In that case, it becomes even more important to prioritize the other strategies we're discussing today. Think of it as compensating for the medication's effects through lifestyle choices. Mistake number 6. The stress hormone storm. Chronic stress might be the most underestimated muscle destroyer of all. When you're constantly worried about health, finances, family, or the state of the world, your body produces elevated levels of cortisol, often called the stress hormone. Yale University research shows chronic cortisol elevation directly breaks down muscle protein. It's like having a demolition crew working 24/7 to tear down the muscle you're trying to build. Even worse, cortisol preferentially targets the large muscle groups in your legs and arms. Exactly the muscles you need for balance, mobility, and independence. Dr. Robert Sapolsky, a Stanford stress researcher, explains that chronic stress puts your body in survival mode. Your body decides that maintaining large muscles is a luxury it can't afford when it thinks you're under constant threat. Deep breathing exercises for just 5 minutes daily can significantly lower cortisol levels. Regular social connection is another powerful stress buffer. The Harvard study of adult development found that strong relationships are one of the best predictors of healthy aging. And here's something practical you can try today. Create a worry window. Set aside 15 minutes each day to write down your concerns. Then, consciously redirect your attention to the present moment for the rest of the day. Mistake number 7, the all-or-nothing trap. This final mistake might be the most common of all. It's the belief that if you can't do a real workout, there's no point in doing anything. I see this with people who used to be very active and now feel like anything less than their former intensity doesn't count. The research tells a different story. A study from McMaster University found that even light resistance exercises performed consistently were more effective at preventing muscle loss than sporadic, intense workouts. The key word here is consistency, not intensity. Your muscles respond to frequency more than you might expect. Dr. Brad Schoenfeld, a leading exercise researcher, found that muscle protein synthesis stays elevated for about 48 hours after resistance exercise. This means exercising every other day keeps your muscles in a constant state of adaptation and growth. The practical application is liberating. Something is always better than nothing. Can't make it to the gym? Do squats while watching TV. Feeling tired? Do wall push-ups in your living room. The goal is to signal your muscles daily that they're needed and valued. Which of these 7 mistakes surprised you the most? I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Were you making the protein spacing mistake? Or maybe didn't realize that chronic dehydration could affect your muscle health? If you found this video helpful, I've created a comprehensive 7-day senior muscle recovery plan that walks you through how to implement these strategies step by step. You can download it free using the link in the description below. It includes meal ideas, simple exercises you can do at home, and a daily checklist to keep you on track. And if you want to dive deeper into the nutrition side of muscle building, watch our next video, 7 Best Foods That Rebuild Muscle After 60. I'll share some surprising foods that act like natural muscle builders, including one that most people think is unhealthy, but is incredibly beneficial for seniors. Let's rebuild stronger muscles, one smart habit at a time. I'll see you in the following video.